Okay. Let's see. I think I'm streaming. Let me just double check. And actually, I can open up my own trick list as well. Should probably have that. Okay. Am I streaming? It looks like I'm streaming. Can people hear me? Okay. Can I hear me? Am I streaming? Yes. It looks like I'm streaming. I can hear me. Can Yo, hey, welcome in Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats, and Chan the Magic Man. Chan even joining in with the eyes. That's awesome. uh, Ghost TX99, Aliens, Mad, MS Universe is on Earth again. Aeolus! I think I know you IRL. I'm pretty sure I know who you are. Hopefully you had a nice board game night earlier in the week. But thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Greatly appreciate it. Yes, you do, lol. Yeah, I know who you are. Okay. Yeah, sorry I haven't been able to make game nights. It's kind of tough with the 2-year-old, so I think when she gets a little bit older, I'll be able to break away from the schedule. But anyway, thank you so much for the sub. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Ghost says the joke is that aliens are mad and that a woman on Earth was picked as Ms. Universe. Oh, I see. Understandable. All good. Yes. Yeah. Pro tip: if anybody's thinking about having a baby, you'll have to change your life around a little bit. That is not to say that it'll be like that forever, but definitely for the first few years, I imagine, because until they're a little bit more self-sufficient. But yeah. But anyway, thank you so much, Aeolus. Not sure if you know, we have some emotes here. You can enjoy the deck sock. You can enjoy the Nam Lol. You can enjoy the love cards, the high cards, and the glorious emote. So there you go. Enjoy them. All right. When all of you guys beat the Stream Elements announcement for me going live. So all right. Anyway, I know I was a little late, i.e., probably like a minute late, but I was trying to record my YouTube video, and it's kind of a long video. It's like 5 minutes. And I was thinking, oh man, should I review it on stream? Like I could show it if people want a preview of what's going to go live tomorrow. But if anybody knew, I was playing Sea of Stars in like my other streams, and I tried to re-theme an existing trick with a Sea of Stars theme. So that's kind of how I was going. But anyway. I'm just now realizing I missed like the past 5 streams of Sea of Stars. Yeah, I mean, it happens because I don't have a schedule. I was just kind of streaming whenever I felt like I could, just to fit a couple hours here, a couple hours there. And I was so obsessed and close to the end of the game that I was just like, I'm just going to go ahead and stream. So I streamed literally the last 3 days. So today, including tonight, will be 4 days. But anyway, here I am. We're going to start. Today is Sleight of Hand Sunday, and we're going to go ahead and do some magic. Aeolus, if you would like, you may, number one, if you would like to request a trick, I can do one for you. And if not, because of your Prime sub, you get to sign a card. And actually, ChromaPunk, I am glad that you are here as well, because you also get to sign a card. Because I remember you get to sign one, and you didn't. But first I'm putting on my cheating fingers, which the weather is getting colder right now, so this is almost necessary because my fingers are starting to go a little bit less tactile. So it'll almost kind of be required. I may even have to refresh during stream, which hadn't happened yet. But now we're going to go ahead and open up the Twitch deck. And I think we have about like a dozen cards left unsigned, but if we get Aeolus's signature and ChromaPunk's signature, I mean, not really a signature, but you guys can pick a card, I will write your name on it. And I'll put aside these ones. These are the unsigned ones right now. So you guys let me know if you see one you want to sign. And then eventually when I fill up the deck, I'm just going to get a brand new deck to let people sign. And of course at that point, I think I may just allow resubs to sign another card because, man, you guys have been supporting me forever. So thank you so much for everybody who supports. Okay, these are all the unsigned cards. So Aeolus and Chromopunk, if you guys would like, let's see, Chromopunk says 5 of spades. That does not appear to be available. We have 5 of clubs. Hold on, let me just double check on 5 of spades. Nope, Igneous Orange has beaten you to 5 of spades, sorry. Slightly Stefan, hey, welcome in. Hey dog, how is the 52 Memories book? It's great. I like a bunch of tricks from it. I've done a bunch of them. Totally recommend. Alright, so it looks like Aeolus is selecting 3 of spades. Thank you kindly for the prime sub, Aeolus. And then pick either of the 2 remaining 3s, shuffle and make it random. Oh, okay, alright. So it looks like Chromopunk will go ahead and sign one of the remaining 3s. I will somehow try and make it random. I'm not sure, because shuffling... You know what? I'm going to have to probably... Here, we'll do this. Let me get Aeolus first. Glad to help. Excellent. Thank you so much. And, wait. Before I want to get this right. There's 1 underscore after, right? I'm pretty sure. I recognize the length of 1 underscore because I have crazy underscore Asian. But there was a trick quiz question on somebody else's stream where it's like, how do you spell my alternate account name? And there was actually 2 underscores, and I was like, I got this, because I know there was 2 underscores there, and I got it right, so it was amazing. But anyway, okay, so let me spell this correctly. E-O-L-A-S underscore. Okay. That, my friends, is Aeolus. And then Chromopunk, I believe you gifted, or did you sub or gift? I vaguely remember either or both. So the way I'm going to random this is I'm going to randomize these cards. And you'll have to trust me that I'm not actually controlling these, even though I could. But definitely 2 cards, I don't think I could... I mean, I could try and make it random, but I could probably remember. So I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle these legitimately. And then the one that is closest to the top will actually be the 3 that you sign. Okay, Chromopunk, hopefully that's okay. So, yeah, quote-unquote random. Okay, alright, here we go. The topmost 3 will be the... Okay, so that'll be the 3 of clubs. And the other one was at the bottom. Okay. Chromopunk, thank you so much for the resub for 2 months. Works for me. Greatly appreciate it. If anybody is curious about what the heck we're doing before we've done any tricks, first of all, if you want to sign a card, just supporting me will totally do that. So a sub or like 500 bits, like the equivalent of a sub, it will totally get you to sign a card. We have about 10 cards left in this deck. And then also, for anybody who is around and hasn't been on the stream before, I have a StreamerSonglist that will let you request tricks. So anyone who has just subbed or resubbed, please feel free to request something. I'm going to try and use your card in the trick if possible. And if you don't know what to request, you can just type in !random, and it'll put a trick into the queue, and then we will start performing some magic. Alright, anyway, thank you so much for the resub, Chromopunk. Greatly appreciate it. I mean, it's a good time to do it. September. But, you know... Nobody has to sub, but I totally appreciate that you guys want to support me. So thank you so much. Okay, so here we go. Chroma_punk. Man, I love it. So many people with underscores in their name in chat right now. Okay, let me make sure I spell this correctly, even though I think I know how to spell it. Okay, I think I'm going to split this. Chroma, and then I'm going to underscore punk on this side. That sounds weird. Sounds weird, guys. Underscore. That's not the straightest underscore. I have to slightly punk. Oh yeah, but Chroma Punk, if you want to DM me about Play It Straight Triumph, let me know. We can talk. Okay. Thank you kindly for the request. Slightly Stefan. Okay. Looks like we're going to be performing a trick called Jazz Aces. But actually, instead of doing Jazz Aces, let's do Jazz. Let's see. Let's do Jazz something else because we're going to go ahead and use. We're going to do Jazz Friends. So they're not aces. They're going to be friends. So they are friends that have recently subbed or has subbed in the past. But let's see, who else is in chat? I know Charlie's Beats is in chat. I know Gibson Lens is in chat. So let's go ahead and actually, oh no, because I need some face cards. Let me go ahead and find. You know what? Let's use the queens as the face cards because Chan the Magic Man is in chat as well. Queen of Clubs right there. So, okay, all right. So this will be a warm-up. Okay, so you don't really have to remember much except that the queens are just the 4 queens, and then the other 4 cards that I'm using are just friends in chat. So we've got Aeolus, actually an in real life friend of mine, Chroma Punk, another magician but does music, Charlie's Beats, the omniscient chatter in many chats, Gibson Lens, my mod, and also I think the first one that did eyes today in chat. So, but that's all you need to know. They're signed, so I mean, I haven't duplicated them. I didn't foresee this ahead of time. You know, any of that. Okay, so what's going to happen is that we are going to go ahead and the thing is, I forget how to set up for this trick. So I know I start off with what would have been the 4 aces just ahead of time, and then the 4 face cards. And then we're going to need to do something like this, right? And how did I do this before? I think I do something like this. 1, 2, 3, and then we have. So here we go. The Chroma Punk's going to be our lucky contestant, and this Chroma Punk's going to be the leader. So basically, all of the other friends are going to have to meet up with Chroma Punk down here. But let me just go ahead and put a I normally do this with the jacks, but I'm going to put a random queen down here, and we're going to go ahead and just show you that, yeah, all of these are queens. And we're going to go ahead and place one of the Twitch friends right in here. But I'm going to snap. And actually, we knew that this was Chroma Punk, but actually, with that snap, that Twitch friend has actually just hopped down here. Gibson Lens. Because if I show you, now what we have is all of these are queens. So now let's go ahead and place another queen down here. And let's grab another Twitch friend, and let's put them right here. So all we have to do is just snap. And actually, that Twitch friend has swapped places with that queen. Because if I show you, these are actually all queens, but actually this is now the Twitch friend that has hopped down here. I know, super weird, right? Charlie's Beats. And now, let me just go ahead and place another queen down here. But I'm just going to show you that we have our final Twitch friend, and we're going to go ahead and place them into this pile. And that should swap, and we know who this should be. This should be Aeolus. Aeolus, there we are, because all of these are the 4 queens. And that, my friends, is Jazz Friends, Twitch style. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if anybody wants to take a good look at all the cards, just to make sure I didn't switch anything out. Here's Aeolus, Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, Chroma Punk, and we have all 4 queens. And I know that Chan the Magic Man is here. Chris M. Yee, thank you so much. Welcome in, and thank you for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for the request. Slightly, Stefan, and thank you for the ding. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, we have a heat map. Hang on, let me go ahead and eat this heat map. Delicious. FYI, if you guys are not following our friend Chris M.Ye, please give Chris M.Ye a follow because Chris M.Ye is a strong supporter of the stream, has been the two of spades very early, and then also streams games and the Clip M.Ye show, where he features some of the best, funniest Twitch clips across the Twitchiverse. So there we are. But anyway, yeah, no problem, Chris. Thanks for the resub and thanks for hopping in. Really appreciate it. Chromapunk says, I bet it was the sock. Yes, that's right. I took the two of spades because big 2-13 super poker. Oh, okay. I actually didn't know why you did that. So, also, thank you kindly for the claps and applause. Slightly Stefan, Chromapunk, Chris M.Ye, Chan the Magic Man. Hey, welcome in, Mark Rides. How's it going? Let's see. FYI, Mark Rides has also signed a card. Mark Rides, I believe, is the 7 of spades. Thank you kindly for supporting Mark Rides. All right, let's see. Yeah, the sock knows all. That's right. Oh, if everybody wants to see the sock, here, I'm going to bring out the deck sock so that everybody can see the deck sock. Here we are. Here's the deck sock, everybody. Take a bow, deck sock. I know, deck sock was kind of coaching me on some tricks like behind the scenes, so. Because, I'm bad at magic. But the deck sock knows everything, and so I trust it. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and clear that trick. Once again, thank you, Slightly Stefan. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And everybody else in chat who was represented, hopefully that was fun. Let's see. Who have we... I think we... let me see. Who have we given a shout out to? We gave out a shout out to Chromopunk. We gave a shout out to Chris M.Ye. If we have not given a shout out to Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan the Magic Man is one of the other few magicians on Twitch. You may catch Chan streaming retro games most of the week, but if you catch him on Monday nights, Magic Mondays, that's when he does magic as well. So please give Chan a follow. Let me just Eolus, do you stream? Let me know. I think you do a little, but are you trying to get people to follow and watch, or nope? Oh, okay, all right. All right, cool. Thanks for letting me know. Let's see who else. I know that Slightly Stefan is actually another magician, but Slightly Stefan, do you stream? Let me know. Okay, and then, oh yeah, of course somebody did exclamation point Bert, which if you're not following our illustrious mod Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Plays piano, does sight reading from books, also has composed a lot of his own originals. I'm often there, so. Just a lurker, lol. I mean, you're chatting now, so you're not lurking immediately. You are actually in chat. You're hanging out. Can I request a combo trick? Can you do 4 burglars escaping hell via Devil's Elevators? Yo, that is an ask. Let me see how I would do that. But you know what? Let's give that a try. Hold on. Let me trick request 4 burglars. Whoops. For some reason I caps locked. All right, good to know that StreamerSonglist works with all caps. And then let's also put in Devil's Elevator. Devil's Ella. Did that get the right one? Yes, okay. All right, so you want 4 burglars, Devil's Elevator. Okay. Okay. So first things first, let me find a bunch of cards. And we'll first have to find, let's find the red 6s and 9s, because it'll be like Fiery Hell, so that'll be for the Devil's Elevator half. Okay, and then let's find the 4 burglars. But if I use this, so I know Mark Rides is a 7, but if I use the other red 7s, that could mesh a little bit with this. Mark Rides, if you had to choose a bunch of other face cards to be your people, do you want kings, queens, or jacks? So we'll use you. Robbing Satan's burgers for Jesus. Hey, COD TC, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? I'm going to do a potentially custom request in a moment. I could fail pretty horribly. All good. Awesome. Chan and two other friends. Okay, Chan and two other friends. I guess that would be the queen. So we're going to use the three queens. And I will leave one of the other queens out just so that we know we're not going to use those. Okay, so we have Mark Rides, Chan, and then two other queens as our individuals that will be the burglars. I'm just going to set these aside because once we get into hell, then that's what we're going to have to deal with. Okay. Okay, first things first. And, okay, this time though, Mark Rides, you're going to be the leader. Just, it's going to make life easier for me, so you're going to be the leader. Okay. Alright, let's see. The devil, okay, alright, good. I didn't miss anything. Okay, oh, and I see the request. Thanks, Chris ME, for requesting. Excellent. We'll get to that as soon as I do this combo trick. Hopefully it won't be too crazy. Alright. So, first things first, we have our crew. Our crew is made up of three queens, including Chan the Magic Man, the Queen of Clubs, and then, of course, Mark Rides, whom is going to be the leader of this particular pack. And what we're going to do is they are getting ready to rob Satan. And so these are the four burglars. So these guys are going to be robbing Satan. And Mark Rides is going to be the leader. Now, Mark Rides didn't want to necessarily get himself too deep in hell, but he sends everybody else. So here's the deck, and here's the three queens, and we're going to have, so Mark Rides instructs them, okay, so you're going to go ahead and go into the deepest depths of hell, and we're going to try and steal the burger buns. And then this one is going to go ahead and go kind of not as deep, because I think that's where the devil's burger meat is. And then this one is going to go ahead and steal all of the toppings and condiments, so that's not as deep in hell. So, but because Mark Rides has been here before and has actually seen how the devil's elevator trick works, Mark Rides knows, hey, you guys will be able to get out using the devil's elevator. And so basically what's going to happen is Mark Rides says, okay, once you're all done with everything, I'll just keep a lookout. So you can see Mark Rides is still there. I'm going to keep a lookout, and they will all come up to the surface, which is going to be the closest level of hell to the top, and then they'll be able to escape. And look at that! Mark Rides activates the transporter, and so, if we take a look, Mark Rides has actually pulled everybody up. Here's our red queen, here's our black queen, that's Chan the Magic Man, and the other red queen to the top of the deck, and they'll be able to get away in their helicopter. And you'll see that there's no other queens in here because we put the other queen aside. However, the devil, thank you so much for the applause, Chan. However, the devil happens to get wind of this, and he's like, oh, no, 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 no. And he decides to put everybody into hell. And so he's going to trap them inside like this. He's going to trap them inside. So we're going to leave the 4, 6s, and 9s over here. And then we're going to go ahead and place all of our comrades that have, I probably shouldn't use the word comrades, now thinking about it. All of our friends that have attempted this heist on hell to steal their burgers. So Mark Rides is going to hang out right here. And then, yeah, it's a trap! Hell. And then we have another red queen that happens to be House Andrell. And then we have Chan the Magic Man. We're going to leave Chan right here. And then, of course, we have our other red queen, That happens to be represented by 4 Loris. And so, now they all have to contend. So they put 4 Loris here in the second level of hell. The first, second, third, fourth, and fifth level of hell. But 4 Loris is a regular and has seen this trick before. So 4 Loris knows, gets in the elevator, presses the up elevator button, has to wait for the ding, because otherwise you're not going to be on the surface, the uppermost level of hell. That's the easiest way to get out of hell, because 4 Loris does not want to get punished by the devil. I mean, ain't nobody wants to get punished by the devil. Oh, there's the ding! Thank you so much for participating, Aeolus! And now if we take a look, 4 Loris should have escaped. There we are. There's 4 Loris. Okay. Let's see. Next, we have Chan the Magic Man, right? There's Chan the Magic Man. So what I'm going to do is play Chan the Magic Man here in the third level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And Chan, once again, has been a regular. Even may know how to perform this trick for real as well, because also Chan is a magician. But gets in the elevator, presses the up elevator button. And hopefully, Chan should... Oh! Chan presses the elevator button himself. He's like, I'm not entrusting this to anybody else. I want to get out of hell. Without a get out of hell free card. There should be... Well, this may already exist, but the Monopoly Heaven and Hell version. Does that exist? Does anybody know? Anyway, so with that, Chan has actually escaped from hell. Alright. Now, some people believe that, some of our crew has been in hell the entire time. But no, the devil punished them. They're going to... they're going to put them in, like, right now. So, and here, we're going to be putting our other Red Queen, House Andrel, here in the 4th position. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, so 4th level of hell. We're going to close them up. Monopoly is hell. Such a bad game. Oh, my sympathies. But yes, the original Monopoly was not designed for a modern audience, but actually it's very luck-based, so it's not so much a game as a let's play it out. However, a lot of people don't play by the rules. Anyway, House Andrel is going to get in the elevator. I know they've seen this trick before, whether they've seen it a lot or not, but then they're going to go ahead and press the elevator button. And, yeah, so, no short game. A game is too long. Yeah, so if you play Monopoly the proper way, and, like, you have no pity for, like, people getting eliminated, like, that's actually how the game's supposed to be played. Mark Rides got the ding and actually has saved House Andrel. And sometimes people believe I may have more than 5 cards here. Sorry, more than 4 cards here. They might think I have 5 or 6 cards in here, but no, there's only the same 4 cards that we've been using the entire time. And we're going to go ahead and put Mark Rides here on the bottom, clearly in the 5th level of hell. And Mark Rides actually may not care about the elevator button. Mark Rides gets in, and he presses both. If you've seen our 3 Travelers video, or not Travelers video, 3 Travelers trick, pressing both elevator buttons actually triggers something different. And actually, Mark Rides knows exactly what it triggers: transportation to get out of hell. And there we are. There's Mark Rides, and here are 6. Oh, ding! Man, Mark Rides got out of there, and then the elevator still made it. So, excellent. Thank you kindly for all of the dings and transporters. And that was the Devil's Elevator combo with 4 burglars, themed as, hey, our crew is robbing the devil of burgers. At the end of the day, they all made it out, and they all have their burgers. Thank you so much for the sound alerts. Mark Rides, Chan the Magic Man, Aeolus. Alright. Okay, let's hop back up here. And, oh, there's a heat map over here. Hang on. Delicious. Alright, that was cool. That was fun. I don't think it was super original in how I tacked the tricks together. What I should have done, but I would need more time to plan it out, I think, is somehow integrate as each person gets stuck in hell to elevator them out at that point in the middle of the trick. So, but yeah, I love the storytelling with the magic. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, that's kind of like the goal of Magic, right? Like, so there's actually a delineation between how some people view Magic and like just doing card tricks. And so I think so there are some things that I do that are card tricks. Basically, I just do the thing just for the magical thing, and it's like the canned patter that's like, how I learned it. And it's not, I'm just describing what's supposed to be seen, right? And that I think is a card trick. But card magic, I would say, is this storytelling where I incorporate this story so that people can enjoy the experience, be entertained. Even if you know how the trick is done, you can enjoy the story or the presentation of it, right? And so that is what I would consider, the magic of it all. But anyway, thank you so much for those requests, Mark Rides. That was cool. That was fun. Excellent. Great idea. Yeah, I think in retrospect, if I had some more time to think about it, I would plan it a little bit better and then have the elevator get them to escape sooner, better, and like intersplice the two tricks instead of like tacking them on. But that's definitely something to think about. I think I can think about that in the future. So boom, boom. Okay, all right. Bravo! Thank you so much for the bravo, Obi-Wan. And welcome in, Obi-Wan. I don't know if I said hi. I did read your messages, so I know you were here. But yeah. So yeah, I think Monopoly gets a bad rap most of the time, but also realize that it was designed at a time in which, modern games didn't really exist yet. And, um, there's better versions of Monopoly now. Like, there's some versions of Monopoly that I think are actually good. The problem is, I don't think they're accessible. So, to people. All right. Yeah, you were so focused on the card trick. Yeah, totally. Tammy Makes Things does good storytelling with magic. Ah, excellent. Yes, I only saw Tammy Makes Things first magic stream. I did not see Tammy Makes Things subsequent streams. So if Tammy has increased her game as far as like the storytelling, then it should be excellent because Tammy really tried to incorporate the stories the first time. Let's see. People think Monopoly is fun. I mean, some. Okay, Chromopunk says Machikoro is better than Monopoly. Yes, 100%, because Machikoro is first of all designed, for a modern audience. There's also agency in Machikoro. You can choose things. Like, so yeah. All right. So let's see. Chris MU has requested a trick called Reset, and we normally use the aces, but because I know Chris MU is a 2, we're going to use the 2s. So let me find those first. Here we go, and then we'll need some. Let's see. Do I have? I mean, incidentally, all of the queens are like right next to each other, so we're going to use the queens. Let's see. Definitely still a lot of randomness in Machikoro, but still much more fun. Yeah, completely. Yeah, if anybody didn't know, I'm a huge fan of board games. I know Aeolus can verify that, but I don't know if anybody else can. But yeah, I love other board games, and so like for anybody who didn't know why European board games exploded and seemed to have run ahead of American board games, like maybe 20 years ago, is because over in Europe, what happened was some newspaper. I forget if it was like a French or German newspaper. They decided to pull together a bunch of prize money to award the best board game each year, and so they would make like board games like a regular thing in their newspaper, and that's how it initially started. But once there was a financial incentive, people started trying to make better and better board games, and so that's why European board games had a bigger jump start than American board games, who'd been living like either the classic board games that have been around forever, or just like some of the luck-based games that we're familiar with, Monopoly. I would argue the Scrabble is a skill-based game, but what else? Like other things that are roll and move, or like Candyland, things like that. I would also say Yahtzee has very little agency. There's a little bit. I think, if you understand the odds about dice rolling and things, you could probably slightly turn that in your favor, but it's still Yeah. Parcheesi or Sorry. Oh yeah. Yeah, Sorry is completely luck based. Well, no, Sorry has a hand of cards, right? So you can do a little bit, but you're still kind of subject to the cards. Parcheesi is very luck based because two people of equal skill can completely be screwed by the roll. However, there's a little bit of skill, so it's like in Parcheesi, but it's also Parcheesi is also an Indian game originally. So, Crazy Agent, I have like 50 board games. They're in good company. Yo, I have a board game geek, and I think I own 300 plus board games. However, I stopped buying board games a few years ago, mostly because of the pandemic, and I stopped going to Gen Con. But I was going to Gen Con basically every year for many years. So, okay, all right, let's see. I'm sorry, Chris and me has been waiting for this trick for a long time, and I've been doing other tricks and talking about board games, and then you had it, and then I had a kid, yeah. So I'm like, oh, I can't play board games as frequently as I would like to. So yeah, if anybody didn't know, Eolus, my in real life friend in chat, is part of my board gaming group that I love playing with. So yeah. So if I play like a hardcore board game, it's going to be with that group because you know we played like so if anybody likes social deduction games, I brought it to that crew the last time I was able to make a meetup, and we played like one of the most difficult games of the Resistance, and I was so happy even though I lost, but that was okay. So Aeolus like the sidekick in Hercules: The Legendary Journey? That's a great question. I don't know how Aeolus chose his name. So all right. Anyway, so this is going to be reset. Oh wait. Hold on. I had I had props for this. Oh yeah, we can still use the props. Okay, great. I'm gonna put the props over here. I'll show you what they are in a second. But okay, so no, but the first time I've heard of that, lol. So I have the 4 2s over here and the 4 queens over here. And what I would like to do is what? That's quite quite the coincidence. Okay, so we have the queen of spades. We have the queen of hearts. Have the queen of clubs. Have the queen of diamonds. So I'm going to go ahead and leave all of the queens over here. And then over here, we're going to have all of the 2s. And so I just want to show you that, yeah, we have all the 2s over here. And what we're going to do is, I just want you to remember right now that this is the state. The 2s are over here, and the queens are over here. So what I have are 2 buttons. These are 2 buttons that I've made out of index cards. And if anybody's familiar with video game save states, so I want to save the state of what everything is right now. So I'm going to go ahead and press save state. So we're going to save the state. 2's over here, queen's over there. Okay, so what I'm going to do... Hey, welcome in, Vins, and thanks for the lurk. Yeah, lurk while you eat dinner. No problem. I totally understand. Everybody needs to eat. Okay, so what we have here is a 2. Now, if we were to interact with this game, and if these were like memory addresses or something, I mean, I'm getting a little esoteric, but if we wanted to change the state of the game, you know, if I just wave it over the other pile, it doesn't do anything, right? Like, in order to actually change the state, you actually have to change something. So, like, if I take this and touch it to the other pile, that's actually going to make this 2 change into a queen. And so, yeah. Now, let's see. If I go ahead and if I do this, let me see. Oh, this might be good because I don't remember exactly how to proceed from this point of the trick. So, oh yeah, okay. So here we have our 2 other 2s that are black. And so sometimes, even if I wave over the other pile, it doesn't do anything, right? I'd actually have to touch it, and it would be really impressive if this changed, right? But actually, you'll see when something... Aha! There it is. There's the change. So there's a 2 becoming a queen. And then some people believe that you can only change one of the cards at once. But actually, I can take both of these cards and touch this pile all at once, and actually they'll both turn into queens. I know, that's super interesting, right? So that means the 2s should now be over here. Is that right? Okay, yeah, the 2s are over there. Okay, great. But what I want to do now is, let's say you're not happy with this situation, and Obi-Wan says, you will have to improvise. I know, improvise and they will come. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the load state button, because anytime you make a mistake and you don't want it to save, you just load the state. So I've just loaded the state. So that means these should be the queens and these should be the 2s, right? Because if I show you over here, these are actually all the 2s once again. And that is the current situation. And if I show you that these are now all of the queens right here, and that, my friends, is reset. Themed with 2s and queens as emulator save states. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats. Obi-Wan says, "Wow!" And Chromopunk says, "What?" And Mark Wright says, "Amazing!" Thank you kindly for the claps, Obi-Wan. Joyce Lee Music, welcome in. Hello, how's it going? Let's see if we can get a shout out for Joyce Lee Music. If anybody's not aware, Joyce Lee Music does music. So oftentimes I've seen Joyce hop into other music streams and talk music, but I've lurked a little bit in Joyce's streams. So plays piano, and also I've seen Joyce helping out with Sax Dragon's Cultural Exchange raid trains, if you guys are not aware. So yeah, if you're not following Joyce Lee Music, give Joyce Lee Music a follow. All right, so let's see. Hi, yes, I'd be doing the raid trains. Yes, yes, you do. All right. And anyway, that was Reset, themed as emulator save states. Thank you so much for the request, Chris M.E. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Also, for anybody who's hopped in, Joyce Lee, I don't know if you've been here before. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian, spelled this funny way with 2 E's and 3 N's and with a K. Anyway, I like to do sleight of hand card magic, and so my Sunday streams are Sleight of Hand Sundays, where if anybody wants to request tricks, I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist, and I've only put tricks in it. So yeah, if anybody wants to request anything, feel free. There's a blob, but if you don't know what to request, but you want to request magic, just !random, and it'll randomly put something in the queue for you. And then there's also a magician's choice. If you want me to pick something, that's fine too. Oh, that's awesome! I actually have a lot of friends who are magicians. Amazing! Do any of them stream on Twitch? Because we are looking for more Twitch streaming magicians, because there's not that many. We're like, I know of like maybe about half a dozen to a dozen, but there's only 4 that have like a regular schedule. So let me see here. If anybody goes to this, hold on. The stream element should have gone to... Oh, wait, Magic Twitch? Oh, yeah, sorry. Man, I reversed my own. Thanks, Chan, for being on it. If you go to that link tree, you'll find basically the 4 magicians that we know of that has at least a weekly regular Magic stream. So, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm also going to TwitchCon. So if anybody wants to hang out and learn magic at TwitchCon, come hang out with me and also watch our interactive magic workshop. So you're going to learn about Twitch magic and also learn some magic tricks so that maybe one day you can stream some magic on Twitch. So that's the plan. I'll be at TwitchCon. All right, Joyce Lee, I look forward to meeting you. So if this is the first time you've seen my face, well, I know what you look like, so I'll look for you. Because I've looked a few times. So thank you kindly for the heat maps right here, everybody. Let me see here. Delicious heat maps. Thank you so much. I remember you being in my chat. Yes, I know I was there. I was in chat. So, and telling you about, yeah. So here it is. StreamerSonglist for tricks only. All right. Hey, checking the gaff meter. Welcome in. Hi, Nom. Hi, Nom's chat. Welcome in. How are you doing checking the gaff meter? Streamer magic list. Yeah. All right. Next request we have is from Charlie's Beats. Let's go. Checking the gaff meter. Thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. So let's see. If we need the Queen of... Hold on. Let me find the Queen of Spades here. Queen of Spades. Checking the gaff meter. There we are. Thank you so much for continuing the support. Greatly appreciate it. If anybody wants to sign a card, here, you can sign card. Boom. Okay. Yeah, support will get you signed a card. We have less than 10 cards. I think we have less than a dozen cards not signed in this deck. So after that, I'll have to open a new deck. Okay. I love the Final Fantasy soundbite. Excellent. I love JRPGs. I'm actually playing through one right now, which are my video game streams. I started video game streams like a few weeks ago. So, all right. Now I need to find, let me see, some cards for Little Devil. Oh, let's grab 5 of Hearts because it's requested by Charlie's Beats. Okay, and what will we not mix up Charlie's Beats with? Okay, let's use the kings to represent the devil this time. So, as we saw earlier, the Devil's Elevator uses a bunch of cards. This is going to be a slightly more portable version of the Devil's Elevator called Little Devil. And so, what we have here is Charlie's Beats as the 5 of Hearts, and then all 4 kings. And I'm going to go ahead and leave Charlie's Beats out just for a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these 4 kings to be the different levels of hell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once we put this in, this will be 5. So if we go ahead and we take Charlie's Beats and place Charlie's Beats in the second level of hell, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, Charlie's been here before. He knows to get into the elevator and then close the doors, press the up elevator button, and Charlie will be able to get up to the top, which is the easiest way to leave hell because it's the one closest to the surface. So we'll just give it a second just in case he's fumbling with the elevator button or something. Joyce Lee Music's just finished Persona 5 Strikers like 2 nights ago. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm playing through Charlie's Beats. Thank you so much for pressing the elevator button and having the ding. So if we take a look, Charlie's Beats has actually hopped up to the top. We'll see that that's the 5 of Hearts signed by Charlie's Beats. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take Charlie out. And the devil was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Charlie, don't you dare try and escape hell, because once you're in here, you can't escape, even if you know about the elevator. So he's going to go ahead and put Charlie's Beats in the 3rd level of hell. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. And we're just going to close that up. And once again, yes, had to find the buttons. But Charlie knows to get in and press the elevator button up to try and get up to the top level. Nice. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Persona 5. I myself am playing through Sea of Stars right now. And so I just had my 13th gaming stream ever last night. So, Charlie has once again pressed the elevator button, knows how to get out, because look, here's Charlie escaping to the top. And of course, Charlie knows how to get out. So, I'm going to go ahead and Charlie tries to escape, but once again, the devil's like, no, 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 Charlie's Beats. You can't escape hell. And so he's going to put Charlie in the 4th level of hell. First, second, third, fourth. And once again, Charlie knows what to do. Charlie's going to go ahead and press the elevator button. Get in the elevator, press the elevator button. 2 things in the right order. Order matters. And it may take a little bit longer because it's the 4th level of hell. So each aha! Charlie does want to escape hell. And so if I show you, Charlie has once again gotten up to the surface to escape. And some people think that Charlie was just running around hell and just, wreaking lots of havoc. But if I show you, here's all the kings that are the devil. So if we go ahead and put Charlie here in the 5th level of hell, just clearly placing Charlie in the 5th. So first, second, third, fourth, 5th. Once again, Charlie knows how to get out. He's going to get in the elevator, press the up elevator button, and I did see the redeem mark ride, so we'll get that in a... Oh, and Charlie has the fancy teleport out. And so actually, what you may not notice is that if I show you all of the cards here, there's actually only 4 cards here, and they are actually all the kings because Charlie has teleported out right here. And that, my friends, is the little devil with a little Star Trek ad-lib teleportation out right there. Thank you so much for the applause, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you so much for the claps, Chris M. Yee. Charlie's Beats for the emote, the Rusty Panda. Welcome in, the Rusty Panda. How's it going? Thank you kindly for the applause, Chroma Punk. Ryan B. 44. Welcome in. Checking the gaff meter. Thank you so much for the claps. Guys, if you're not following our friend the Rusty Panda and also our mod as well here, give the Rusty Panda a follow. Does music streams and interview streams, the Wednesday interview streams, also Wiki Wednesdays, so please check out the Rusty Panda's Wiki Wednesdays. I'm Tax. Able, what? Oh, reconnection successful. Hold on. We're back. Okay, we're back. Alright, I just heard myself. We're back. Okay. Okay, so it wasn't me. No, it was not you. It was actually my OBS, I believe. So, those tubes were jammed! Thought I was the only one. No. Okay, good back. Alright, yeah. That's okay. I was aware. I've seen this issue with OBS. I never used to stream enough where it was a problem. And now I've seen the problem like, 8 times because I streamed random other days. Oh my god, so many heat maps. Hold on. Let me see. Can I arc this? Delicious heat maps. Thank you so much. Okay, the frames took a break. Yeah, the frames took a break. Anyway, thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats, and hopefully you enjoyed that. And thank you kindly for the ad-lib there at the end for the transporter. Actually, that's kind of been a theme, right? Because, we'll do the dings for the first 3, and then, everybody teleports out at the end, because it's the cool way to get out. So, which, by the way, if anybody didn't know, the devil is actually a canonical character in Star Trek universe, because if you watch the Star Trek animated series, the devil actually shows up a bunch. So, all right. So anyway, thank you so much for that request, Charlie's Beats. And let's see. The trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. So you can look at the list, or you can !random, and we'll randomly put one. Let's see. There's also a fake devil in TNG. Yes, I remember. There's also a fake devil in the Next Generation as well. So, I used to love the Next Generation. Okay. I said used to. I still love the Next Generation, but it's been a while since I've seen a ton of stuff. In Devil's Due. Was that the episode name? Man, Charlie, you're on top of it. Let's see. Oh, Chan's got a random request coming. Oh, we have Triumph Squared for Chris M. Yee. Chris M. Yee, thank you so much for the request. Animated series is about the only Star Trek that I've never watched. Oh, yes, I know these episodes. All right, cool. Although that one was easy. I mean, it's not many, how many episodes did the devil appear in officially? 2, 3? I don't remember. I don't even know if I finished the animated series. Which anybody, if anybody didn't know, the animated series was based on the original series. So it's basically just a continuation of what that would have been. So, all right. So we have a deck. All the cards are different. This is the Twitch deck. Almost all the cards are signed. So if anybody cares, you guys know I like sleight of hand magic. I'm not faking any of this. It's all legit. Okay, I'll be back when I'm in the Uber in 10 minutes. All right, the Rusty Panda. Hey, thanks for hopping in. No problem. Just worry about getting yourself home safe and sound, and you get to relax. But thank you so much for hopping in. Let's see. I watched the animated series. Yeah. Although that one was easy. Okay. All right, cool. I'm caught up. All right, so this trick is called Triumph Squared. If anybody is not familiar with the Triumph plot, so in Magic, the Triumph plot is we're going to be doing some ridiculous shenanigans with shuffling. But for anybody who's on desktop right now, we are going to need a card selected from this pile, and then we'll need a card selected from this pile. So let's go ahead and have a selection from this pile. If you are on desktop, feel free to click directly on Twitch screen, you should see a heat map appear, and then if there's multiple that are tied, we'll do a tiebreaker from there. So I can see 3 right now. So I believe this one. Whoa. 3 people have just piled onto this one. Okay, let's see. Nope, that would be this one, and then 2 people on, I assume, this one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just retract these guys. Wait, which one was, I think it was that one. Okay, and then consolidate your votes onto these. And FYI, it doesn't actually matter what it is or if I see it, but let's try. Oh, wow. Everybody seems to have agreed on this one. I apologize to whomever this was. So this will be the selection. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is something interesting. Man, there's a lot of heat maps on that. So thank you kindly for everybody who clicked on that one. You're going to get another chance to do it again for this other packet. So if your choice wasn't selected, delicious heat maps. All right, cool. So here's the card. The card is the King of Diamonds, also signed by our friend Mike2600, also another magician. I'm going to go ahead and place that into the deck, into the packet here, face up. So I'm going to go ahead and place the face up card into the face up card into the face down packet. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave that over here just for a second. And what I need to do is now I'm going to spread this, and we're going to repeat the process. We need a second card selected. So for those of you who want to vote again, so go ahead and click directly on the screen. On the Twitch screen, you should be able to see some heat maps pop up. And once again, we'll do the same thing. If there's a few that are tied, we'll pull them out, and we'll give you a chance to click on them again. Okay, so I think those 2, this one, and this one. Okay. All right, guys, consolidate your votes onto these 4. And we'll give you guys a second. Did I miss Lower Corner? It was not done yet. Oh, Mark Rides, it was not done yet. So I usually wait to do one that you request, and if you request an impromptu trick, I'll use it for your trick. Or if you just want to put a magician's choice in there, I will pick a trick, and I'll be using the Disney Lorcana cards for that there. Okay, so let's see. All right, it looks like we have 3 here, so this will be the selection here. And so these don't matter so much. I'm going to go ahead and eat these heat maps. Thank you. And then once again, I'm going to flip this over. And that is the 5 of Hearts signed by Charlie's Beats. Clearly everybody wanted to pick it because they knew it was going to be Charlie's. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and place this face up into the face down pack. Okay, and what we're going to do is something abhorrent. If you have OCD, you may want to avert your eyes, avert your ears, because this is not going to be pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this packet over, and we're going to shuffle face up into face down cards. I know, making it virtually impossible, and we're going to mix everything up, because that's what's happening. Checking the gaff meter hates this part. There's actually a redeem that is that if you guys want to see a scandalous shuffle, it will annoy the hell out of checking the gaff meter. So we did some cuts there, and now that I've messed up the trick, we're going to go ahead and pull out the deck sock. The deck sock can save all. All right, let's go ahead and just cut the deck one more time. Oh, Aeolus! You just spoke in chat? And the deck sock knew it and was like, hey, we're going to cut to Aeolus. All right, excellent. So now the deck sock is going to repair the... What? Hold on, my hands are up. I'm not doing anything fishy. With all the emotes on screen. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. Meow 2. If you guys are not following Meow 2, pianist, plays piano. It's a cool dude. So I'm sight reading. I was lurking a little bit while it's sight reading. So, but thank you so much for the raid. Okay, all right. Now that you can see the cards again, I'm gonna place my hands down. Not doing anything fishy with all the emotes on screen. I know you guys can't see anything sometimes when all those happen. But thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream today, Meow? Also, I don't think I ever asked. Do you prefer Vince or Vincent? Or do you not care? I just making sure. um. So yeah. Welcome in. Let's see. It's Chapin. The Knitting Singer. Kai36. Welcome in. How's it going? Thank you so much for raiding in here. We're in the middle of a magic trick currently. And let's see. So the deck sock was going to fix everything. And if I show you, the deck sock has actually made all of the cards facing in the same direction. I mean, you can say the deck sock, or maybe the raid did it. Shh. Maybe Meow is the magical one. Meow is fine. Stream is fun. Great friends. Awesome. Great to hear. All right. OMG, WTF Rena. Welcome in. How's it going? All right. Now, if I show you, you probably, well, I mean, you know, I could just hide the deck and then I don't ever have to show you, right? Would not be as impressive. But if I show you, it'll be way more impressive. So here, let's spread the deck. Every card is now facing in the correct direction. Every card except for two. The two cards. What did we pick again? I think, let's see. These two cards that were picked, it was the Mike 2600 King of Diamonds and the Five of Hearts Charlie's Beats. That, my friends, is Triumph Squared. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Anyway, my apologies for the weird disconnect. I know that happened before that trick, but I'm glad it happened not in the middle of a trick. So, once again, thank you so much for the raid, Meow 2. And thank you so much for the request, Chris M.E. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Meow, if you would like to request anything from my trick list, or just, you know, exclamation point random, I would love to perform a trick for the raid, if you would like. So, oh, I don't remember Mike being picked. Wasn't Mike 2600 the first card? The King of Diamonds? That was the first half, and then the... Alright. Alright, we were not satisfied with that. I'm pretty sure that was the correct card. I don't know how it wouldn't be, actually. Got any shorter but good ones? Sure, yeah, let me... Yes, it was card pick. Yeah, Chrome Point. Okay, yeah, I got a short one. Let's do a short one. I'm going to perform a trick that I do when I meet people for the first time and they just want to see a quick piece of magic. It's called Twisting the Aces. So, Twisting the Aces. So we'll pop that in for you, and we'll pop that up to the top. Thank you so much for the raid. And we are going to go ahead and jump down main magic. All right, we have, oh, let me clear this heat map too here. Okay, that one looked bad, but that's okay. I can't get them all. All right, so we have the 4 aces here. And the 4 aces, we're going to do something interesting. Here's the problem with the 4 aces. If I do something like turn them face up one card at a time, turning them face up like this would be cheating because that's how normal people would do it. So that's not that magical. So what I want to do is hold the packet and give it a magical twist. That magical twist is going to turn up the Ace of Hearts. But if I hold the packet and give it another magical twist, that Ace of Hearts is going to turn itself face down, and the Ace of Clubs will turn itself face up. Because look. I know. Isn't that weird? That's super strange, right? That shouldn't happen. But look, if I hold the packet and give it another magical twist, that's going to turn up the Ace of Diamonds. And I swear the Ace of Spades is like the most magically resistant, and I think it's because on the Ace of Spades, the pip is way more gigantic than the rest. And that's just kind of like, you know, kind of ridiculous, because it shouldn't be magically resistant. But if I just, show you, so right now, all the cards are face down, right? But if I give it one magical twist, the ace of spades will still be resistant. And even if I give it two magical twists, some people are like, whoa, whoa, Nam, you've given it 3 cumulative magical twists. No, still face down. But you know what? When you just tell the ace of spades, hey, you're on stream, it wants to become the center of attention. And if anybody is on desktop right now, please go ahead and click directly on the screen to show the ace of spades, hey, I want to infuse you with some magic, and turn face up, please. So anyway, while we're doing that, reminder, if anybody's been sitting around for a while and you have not hydrated yourself, feel free to hydrate. Oh my god, there's so much magic. There's like 4 magics in there. There's like 5 magics? I can't even see. But look, that was all that was necessary because I don't even have to snap. Normally I would snap here. Don't need snap. Ace of spades turns itself face up. And that, my friends, is twisting the aces. And if you were here, you can inspect. I could borrow these aces. I mean, they're all signed, so they're all effectively unique anyway. So. And that, my friends, twisting the aces for the raid. Thank you so much for the raid, Meow2. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for bringing your community over. Alright, let's see. What did I miss? Do you twist Picasso's arm, or is that Jack? I mean, I can twist Picasso's arm. No, twisting Picasso's arm is kind of like the trick that I consider like, it's not quite my original, but like I came up with the handling for it. So, hydrate or dihydrate. Okay. I've seen you do it, but love it every time. Awesome. Cool. So yeah, there's a quick one for the Raiders. And once again, Meow, if you would like to request a trick, feel free. I mean, the trick queue is almost empty. I just have to do one for Mark Rides using Disney Lorcana cards. So for anybody who doesn't know, I have redeems here where I think all of the blue ones are all different kinds of cards. So some of them are like, Super Size Me. I'll use big cards. Some of them are like, tarot cards. I'll do a magic trick using tarot cards. Uno cards. Disney Lorcana cards is a new one. I have clear plastic cards. I have Magic the Gathering cards. And then I made gigantic cards, like really expensive because these are a pain to do magic with. But here's a regular size card. Here's the gigantic size card. This is the 2000 channel point one. So it's like literally almost 4 times as big as this. And so, yeah. But, so right now we're going to be doing a trick with with Disney Lorcana cards. So for anybody who didn't know, I've purchased a booster box. I do like gaming, and so I do like this game. I haven't played any of it, but it's hard to find product. So I have Disney Lorcana cards. So this is what the back looks like for Disney Lorcana. Here's what the fronts look like. So a little bit tough. The only like big indicators that you can probably tell are probably like this stripe in the middle that is a certain color. There's 6 different colors. They are named after different characters. So this one is Tinkerbell. This one is Sergeant Tibbs from, I'm not sure what movie. Here's Scar from The Lion King. Anonymous has gifted Joyce Lee Music a sub. Thank you kindly, Anonymous. So in the past, I didn't know what to do with Anonymous for gifting subs because they get to sign a card technically. So what we did as a compromise was I decided to sign the 10 of Hearts as Anonymous Gifter. So thank you so much, Anonymous. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let me see what trick. Actually, let me try and come up with something, Mark Rides. Seeing that you requested. Okay. All right, this might be interesting. Let me see if I can do this. I just want to see. I just want to see if I can do this. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. Let's try. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on, I'm just gonna run through this really quick just to see if I can do it. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Oh my god, this is brilliant. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna like this presentation. I don't know if you guys will like it, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I think I'm gonna like this. Okay, and then we do the boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then we're gonna do a boom. Sorry, in my mind, I'm doing the play-by-play of what I'll say in my mind. And then boom. Okay. This might be a little bit cheatery as far as like the redeem goes, but if you're not satisfied, Mark Rides, with the redeem, I will just do another trick with Disney Lorcana cards. Okay. All right. So, okay, here we go. Gibson Len's got the boom, boom, boom. If anybody is familiar with Boom, 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 that song. Boom, 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 I want you in my room. There is your free singing. Okay. All right, so if anybody doesn't know, we've got some Disney Lorcana cards here. Here's what the fronts look like. So I've just got a few characters. Here's Aladdin. Here's Minnie Mouse. Here's Abu. So yeah, we've just got some Disney Lorcana characters, and so that's what the fronts look like. And then I have the backs here. So here's the backs. Here's what the backs look like. Now, for those of you who don't know, Disney Lorcana is a new collectible card game, sometimes referred to as CCG or TCG. I think on the box it says trading card game, so this one would officially be a TCG. And picking up a new TCG is actually a lot more difficult for a lot of people. And out there, one of the biggest CCGs, TCGs is called Magic the Gathering. And so sometimes, if you see a bunch of Disney Lorcana cards, you might want to be like, oh, man, I don't know how to play Disney Lorcana. I want to play Magic instead. And so what's going to happen is you'll try and convince your Disney Lorcana buddies, because they can't get any product, to play Magic the Gathering. I know, isn't that weird? That's super strange, right? But here, let me go ahead and say, hey, there's more people playing Magic, and there's more. So we're going to turn two of those to the second card. So now there's two Lorcana cards and two Magic cards. And then what we're going to do is, once again, your Magic buddies are like, hey, let me convince you to play Magic because we have cards, and if you need Magic cards, we can give you Magic cards. Nobody has Lorcana cards because they're like out of stock everywhere, and print runs are not going fast enough. And so now we should be able to see 3 Magic cards, 1 Lorcana card, and so now we have. I just want to show you that there is a Lorcana card amongst all these Magic cards, and what we're going to do is try and convert this last Lorcana card to be a Magic card, because look, we have 4 Magic cards. I know, right? And here's the weirdest thing: if I show you and I spread, they're actually all Magic cards, and you know they actually all change. Did you guys see the sleight of hand there? Because actually, if those Ricky Charm says if those turn into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, yo, let me okay, we'll talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards in a second. But did you guys see the sleight of hand? Like, I don't know if you saw the sleight of hand, because if I show you, all of these changed into a card in Magic, and they're literally all called Sleight of Hand. And that, my friends, is actually so Mark Rides, that was using Disney Lorcana cards and Magic the Gathering cards for twisting Picasso's arm. So hopefully that was all right. If you were not happy with the amount of use of the Disney Lorcana cards, I could do another one for your redeem. So, but otherwise, Thank you so much for the applause, Eolus, and thank you so much for the ha ha ha, Chroma Punk. And Mark Rod says, "Wow!" And you know what? Thematically, the story worked out. I wanted to do it the other way around, but I'm like, nobody can get product for Disney Lorcana. Plus, it'd be weird to be like, "Hey, I'm going to do a trick with Disney Lorcana cards," but then I start with Magic cards. So it's like, okay. But anyway, yeah, if those turn into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Ricky Charms. First of all. I'm more than happy. Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. That was fine. I might do another trick with the Disney Lorcana cards anyway, now that I have them out. So Yu-Gi-Oh cards are way different. So Magic cards are at least poker-sized cards. They're standard. Same thing with Disney Lorcana cards, same standard size. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are not only smaller in size, they're not even bridge size. They're actually like shorter both ways. And also, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are stiffer, like not in the sense that it's harder to bend, but once you bend them, they don't unbend. So like this Magic card, I can feel comfortable bending like this, and it's going to bend back, basically. I can bend it back. A Yu-Gi-Oh card, if you do this, it will basically destroy the card, because if once it creases, and it's not like, it doesn't have like the reinforced like paper cardboard stock that's inside these things. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just like legitimately cardboard. Like, so once you bend Yu-Gi-Oh cards, it is terrible. But anyway, if anybody wants more of, I've done other tricks with other card game cards, and I do have a bunch of those playlists on my YouTube channel. So if anybody wants to see a ton more magic with nerdy geeky stuff, go check out my YouTube channel. Look in the past. I think 2021 is when you'll find a bunch of those. But anyway. Yeah, once you... Ricky Charms says, once you bend them, they go to the Shadow Realm. So Ricky Charms says, that was crazy. Thank you for the claps. And also, Ricky Charms, if you are a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which, by the way, if anybody who knows about Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you have not watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, it's hilarious. So definitely watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. But, screw the rules! I have money! Or, screw the rules! I have green hair! Love Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. Let's see. Joyce Lee says, I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. That's okay. If you understand that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is an anime about a card game, you can enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. It's literally just filled with memes and jokes. You'll probably get a little bit more if you know the plot of the show, but it's not necessary. So, yeah, you can just search for Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, find the site, and watch it, if anybody cares. But you don't have to. All right. Cool. Excellent. So, thank you so much for the request and the redeem. So I'm actually going to just put Twisting Picasso's Arm in the list and mark it as done, because I do want stats for that. Because actually I've been showing my list of tricks to some of my magician friends, and they're like, wow, this is so cool, that, and especially now that I've gotten like over a year's worth of data for tricks, it's actually really cool to see what people like. I'll have to check it out. Right. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to check out Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, that's okay. You can just check out my YouTube, and then you can enjoy my tricks. You don't need to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. But it's hilarious. Okay, let's see. Umbran Crow, welcome in. How's it going? Oh, thank you for the claps, Umbran Crow. And, I've seen some. Excellent. And thank you so much for the bits. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, but I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Before playing. It passed off my friends. I was like, haha, your earth monsters can't attack my wind-based flying monsters that are weaker. Yeah, that's mesmerizing to see. Okay, let's see. Here. How to do this. I can do a quick short one. With some Disney Lorcana cards. Hey, Pinecone, welcome in. How's it going? Hey, these tricks are putting the Dark Magician to shame! Oh, man. Let's see. In the card game, you can, but I was going off the cartoon rules, and they had to correct me. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Cartoon is not good with the rules at all. So There's this meme YouTube creator that I follow that makes like little shorts and parodies like the Yu-Gi-Oh story of like, whoa, this is what happens in the anime. Why doesn't this make sense? Why are you saying these things? You're completely illogical. Like, so. I'm sorry, I don't know why I brought up Yu-Gi-Oh in the first place. Haha, yo. It's okay, it's fine. I love card games. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, but love Lorcana cards. By the way, the art is amazing. Yeah, I can't believe you got so many. Ricky Charms. I bought a booster box and a gift set, and I think it was probably overpriced. But I mean, considering now that I know that it's basically completely unavailable everywhere, I was like, well, okay, it's fine. I also bought it from my local game store, so I didn't mind supporting them, and I hadn't really bought stuff from them for the last 3 years, so I kind of justified it. So, by the way, Trick Queue is basically empty. I think I'm going to put one in just for, let me see here, DMC 441 switch. Let me see if it gets the right one. No, I got the wrong one. All right. So I'm just going to swap that switch there with the other one. 421. Oh, 441 2-1 switch. Okay, interesting. Just my subtle wording. And okay. All right, so we're going to do this one. Let's see. Oh, yes, I'll be performing. Joyce Elite Music, you're going to be performing? Awesome. Oh, wait, that's right. I think I saw you in the TwitchCon chat. That's right. Yeah. So for anybody who didn't know, I'm also going to be at TwitchCon. So for anybody who wants to come hang out, I'm going to be presenting an interactive workshop with my mod Skipson Lens and the Rusty Panda, and we're going to be talking about Magic Twitch, and I'm going to teach you some tricks so that hopefully one day we can inspire you to stream Magic on your stream. So that's the hope. But otherwise, come hang out. So I will want to get selfies with everybody. Full warning ahead of time. Alright, so I've just selected a bunch of cards here. We have, and the way that you'll tell them apart is that these are red characters. We're just going to call them red. Their names, this is called Ruby in the game. But so they have this red stripe here. So we've got Aladdin, we've got Abu, we've got Minnie Mouse, and we've got Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. And then we have the one odd card out, which is Peter Pan, and you'll be able to tell Peter Pan apart because, he's green. Not only does he wear a green costume, but he's got the green stripe right there. And so that's what we've got. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and place Peter Pan off to the side over here. So you can see green stripe, Peter Pan. There we go. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you that here's all the red cards, right? So what I want to do is do something interesting. Peter Pan can fly, right? And so Peter Pan is going to try and fly over to this pile. The problem is Peter Pan does get over here, but then everybody else has just appeared away from Peter Pan. And so here's Peter Pan with the green stripe in the middle. And then over here are our 4 red characters. We've got Stitch, Minnie Mouse, Abu, and Aladdin. And that, my friends, is a 4-2-1 switch. I guess subtle wording difference in my song list song names. But alright, hopefully that is good for the Disney Lorcana Redeem. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Once again, thank you so much, Mark Rides, for the Disney Lorcana Redeem. So I haven't even gotten to play the game, so this is the most action I've gotten with the Disney Lorcana cards. And part of the hope for actually, purchasing them. I'm like, well, if I can't play the game right away, because nobody else can get stuff, at least I can use them for Magic streams and Magic videos. Come to Disneyland instead. Oh man, if only. So I think my kid's old enough to understand some stuff. Do they have foil cards? Yeah, Ricky Charms, they do. If you would like to see some foil cards, I think I have some foils in this stack. Hang on tight. So here's what a regular card looks like. And then let me jump to, and here's oh, actually I have the exact same card in foil, incidentally. So you may be able to tell which one is foily. And then they also have some other thing, enchanted, which basically is like a full bleed art, like no borders. The entire card is like an image, and people are seeking those like crazy. Not only seeking them, but seeking foil versions of them. So, hey, welcome in, and thank you kindly for the follow, Fairy Lillian. Greatly appreciate it. So here's a bunch of. Oh, actually, I'll wait for all the emotes to go away, because otherwise you can't really see anything. Cool trick! Can't wait to get even more cards. You can perform a trick with Peter Man theme heroes and villains. Peter Pan, yeah, Peter Pan. That's right. Yeah, part of it is just having all of the characters and like having a way. So part of the reason why people use when they do magic. Yeah, these are all foil, by the way. Part of the reason why people use like the aces for magic tricks is that they're easily identifiable, even from far away, and like the fact that cards like this, they have a lot of like imagery stuff is going on. There's like 5 numbers on this thing, so it's like it's tougher. So like as a magician, I'm trying to find things to indicate to people to be like, hey, these cards are part of this pile. These cards are this part of this pile. Here's where the magic happens, right? Because if you didn't know what any of these did and I just said the name, it probably wouldn't be that magical. So I have to like refer to their color. Um, Also, when I use magic cards, if I'm not using like the sleight of hand card, I'm using basic lands because the iconography on the land is so identifiable by virtually every single Magic player, because I don't know anybody who plays Magic that doesn't know what a basic land is, because it's kind of important to playing the game. So, but yeah. Yeah, maybe a Mickey card might serve as an ace. Yeah, I mean, something else I can do is so like if I was to show, hey guys, this is Peter Pan, right? But then if I didn't want Peter Pan and I actually wanted like Aladdin or something, I could do this. And so, that's a visual trick. So like, you would be able to see that right away. And then nobody wants to play Lorcana with me, but that's kind of
Just blew my mind.
Oh, thank you so much for the mind blown, Ricky Charms. Really appreciate it. Was that cool? That was cool, right? All right, hold on. Wait. Let me see if I can just quickly get some other trickery together quickly. All right. Yeah, we can start with Peter Pan again. Hold on. Okay, and I have to use a chunk of cards because most of these simulate like holding a deck. But okay, so look, if I just show you that this is that's not the correct card. All right, hold on. Taking this off screen for a second. All right, I'm just gonna set up better. Okay, here we go. So here, top card. That is Peter Pan. So I'm gonna start with Peter Pan. And the thing is, if we want to change Peter Pan to something else, that would be called cheating. But in the world of Magic, that's okay, because look, if I just take Peter Pan and just give it a shake, that's actually going to change into Tinkerbell. And at least they're in the same universe. That would make sense. So a lot of people, hey, I assume that that's how you pronounce it, because I guess there's multiple H's. But thank you kindly for the follow. Hold on, I'm just gonna. Here, my hand's up here, my other hand's right there. So you knew it changed to Tinkerbell. A lot of people think that if I was to change this back, I'd have to change it to a Peter Pan, and you probably know how that's done. So, you probably do, that's fine. But look, if I change it again, so there's 2 cards, some people don't believe that I can change it to a 3rd card. So here's Aladdin. And then some people don't think that I can change it into a 4th card, and that's going to be Lilo. And that, my friends, is how you change a Disney Lorcana card into 4 different cards. Hey! FYI, disclaimer, don't cheat. Just play the games for fun. Don't put money on things. There you go. That's your disclaimer. All right, let's see. That was sick. Haha. Couldn't stay long, Nam, but thank you as always, and hope your week is good. Checking the gaff meter, thank you so much for stopping in, and thank you so much for the emotes. Deck sock hug to you too. And if you have to head out, take care. Have a good night. We'll talk to you later. And let's see. Eola says Disney Extended Universe. Let's see. Charlie's Beast has requested Ultimate 3-card Monty, and Ricky Charm says, if you cheat, you turn into a monkey like in Jumanji. Yeah. So it's been exciting because my 2-year-old is now able to both identify monkey and the monkey sounds and make the monkey sounds. And I was like, wow, like just being able to do 2 of those was like a challenge. But now she's like picking everything up. She did give me some flack today because she was not eating properly, as 2-year-olds will do. And now she can be defiant. She's like, no, I don't want to eat that. I mean, she doesn't even say I don't want to eat that. She's just, here, can you eat this? No. And I'm like, ah. Anyway, it's not cheating. It's using the heart of the cards to get the one you need. Yo, I am certain that Yugi Moto knew Sleight of Hand. Absolutely certain. All right, so let's see. Thank you so much for the request. Charlie's Beats. So this particular trick. So here's the thing. This trick usually gets good reactions, especially when I do it to a group of new people. The problem is I don't like its presentation, and I haven't come up with a good one, a new one. So as I'm going through this, if you guys see a better way I can present this, like, make it nerdy, geeky or something, or make it less like of a gambling demonstration. Because if you've seen any of my other tricks, I usually avoid what would be traditionally called gambling demonstrations. So I don't really do tricks that require people to know about, like, hands in blackjack, hands in poker, things like that. Even though I think a lot of people understand the ubiquitous of getting 5 specific cards, like this is the best hand in poker, a straight flush. FYI, people say straight flush in spades, but if you have played poker, all of the hands that are straight flushes in any suit are of equal value, so long as the ranks are the same. So, anyway, yeah, the heart of the cards is how the show got away with the hand wavy BS. Yep, for sure. Ricky Charms says, gotta run. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for the tricks and showing off Lorcana. Yeah, no problem, Ricky Charms. If you ever come back, you can request Disney Lorcana again, and we can do some Disney Lorcana tricks. So, I have the cards. I'm not playing the game, so I need to use them for Magic to justify the cost. So there we go. It could be Yahtzee, but with cards instead of dice. Yeah, basically. Yeah, if you literally just took Yu-Gi-Oh and was like, hey, this doesn't make any sense, and then you tried to, it's like, he justifies it like, because of the blah 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 blah, I beat you. It's like, come on, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yahtzee basically relies on poker. Yes, Yahtzee, oh yeah, that's right. Yahtzee does rely on poker, because, the hands of poker ranks. So you don't have to know how to play poker, you just have to understand the ranks of poker hands, which is easier to understand if you don't care about the actual process of playing poker or its variants or whatever. Alright, so anyway, Ultimate 3. Eolus says, heading out. Have a good night. Thanks for the fun magic. Eolus, thanks for stopping in. Greatly appreciate it. Hope to see you around at some point. I'll see if I can make it some Wednesday, but probably not in the next month. But I'll keep you guys posted. Alright, so this is called Ultimate 3-Card Monty, and what we need you to do is try and follow the Ace of Clubs, because these are red cards, these are diamonds, and they don't matter, except for the Ace of Clubs, so that's the money card. That's the one we want you to pay attention to. And, I don't know why I'm shuffling these, because I really don't need to, because I'm actually going to show you. Alright, so here's what I'm... Oh, actually, and also for people who are not on desktop, if you want to play along, if you can't get access to the heat map, we'll throw some numbers out, so if anybody wants to play along in chat, we can do that. So I have 3 positions here. I want to mark them. Actually, let's put the numbers up here. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and place the ace under the 1. That makes perfect sense. I want to place the 2 under the 2. Also makes perfect sense. I want to place the 3 under the 3. Also makes perfect sense, right? So, I'm going to make 2 swaps, and you guys should try and find where the ace is. Watch carefully. Swap number 1. Swap number 2. Okay, my apologies, my heat map was not on, so let me go ahead and turn the heat map back on. Alright, if you are playing at home and you want to play as well, I can't connect heat maps to who clicked them, so those are anonymous. But if you want to play and you can't click on, you can just go ahead and put a number in chat for where you think the Ace of Clubs is. Now, a lot of people, I think, will guess this, because that's basically where I swapped it to right? That would make the most sense. Is this magic? Is it not magic? I don't know. So we have one heat map over here. We've got 1, 3 in chat. We've got a 1 in chat. We have another heat map on 1. We got nobody saying 2 because they're. Oh, Pinecone says 2. All right, so we got the full spectrum. Okay, so I think a lot of people would normally guess 3 first, and if you guess the 3, you would be incorrect because that is the 2 of diamonds, and nobody guessed. Oh, somebody did guess the 2. That's right. We had a couple of people. Pinecone, then whoever clicked this one. That's actually the 3. And then if you did guess the 1, you were correct, which completely doesn't make any sense. And this is why you don't play Monty games with anybody on the street, because they will totally screw with you. Okay, so that, my friends, was the first phase of Ultimate 3-Card Monty. So some of you guys got it right. Okay, now what we're going to do is, here, we'll play it again. And what we're going to do is, once again, I'm going to go ahead and place everything basically where it's supposed to go. Okay, so here we have the ace. I'm going to go ahead and place that underneath the 1, and we're going to place the 2 underneath the 2 and the 3 underneath the 3. I'm going to make 2 swaps. 1, 2. All right, 2 swaps. Once again, same rules. Go ahead and click directly on the screen where you think the ace of clubs is. And if you want to play along in chat and you can't click directly on the screen, go ahead and type in chat. We do have positions for everything. 1, 2, 3. Hey, welcome in, Jimmy Kaner. How's it going? This is the can't get lucky game. Oh, is this the... All right, Obi-Wan says 1. All right, Mark Wright says 4. Whoa, where's 4? Okay, somebody else has also guessed 1. So I think a lot of people would guess 1 over here. Haha, good bro, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. Pinecone says 2. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, you can't get lucky, right? You're just going to have to hope for the best. All right, so it looks like a lot of people guess 1, and I think a lot of people who would guess 1, people who are like, I'm going to follow my instinct because that's what it looks like. And so we're going to go ahead and show you that underneath the 1 is the 2 of diamonds. And once again, nobody guessed, I think, 3. And a lot of people laugh after this because I just swapped them and then swapped them back. But underneath the 3 is the 3 because that would make sense, right? But then finally, if you guessed the 2, which I believe, Pinecone, you are the winner because you're the only one that said 2 for this round. That is where the ace of clubs is. Okay, so let's go ahead and... I'm going to go ahead and remove one of the cards and hopefully make it easier for you guys to follow along and play with. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to have 2 cards, okay? So what we have here are our 3 cards. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to remove one. So I'm actually going to remove the 2. So let's make sure, yep, I'm going to remove the 2. And I'm going to, once again, place the ace underneath the 1 and the 3 underneath the 3. And once again, I'll make 2 swaps. Find where the ace goes. 1, 2. I think that's as fair as it can be. All right. And last round, everybody, go ahead and click where you think the ace of clubs is. I think a lot of people would guess it's underneath the 1 because I just swapped it once, swapped it twice. Okay, Mark says 1. Obi-Wan says 2. Mark Wright says, wait, 3! Mark Wright wants to guess them all. We have 2 heat maps, I think. Oh, wait. Is that 1 or 2? 1 heat map on 1. Pinecone sticking with 2. Okay. All right. Well, for those of you who have seen this trick before and/or predict the plot of the trick, this is the reason why you don't play Monty card tricks with anybody on the street, because you can't win. It's a scam. So if anybody, a lot of people would guess 1, and if you guess 1, that'd be incorrect because that's the 2 of diamonds. And if you guessed 3, that's the 3 of diamonds. And so, Pinecone, you are the big winner because underneath the 2 is indeed the ace of clubs. And that, my friends, is Ultimate 3-Card Monty. thank you so much for the request, Charlie's Beats, and hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thank you so much for the interaction in chat and the heat map. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully that was fun for you guys. It was fun for me. So Pinecone says, I've not seen it. That's a cool one. All right, awesome. Yeah, so as I was saying at the beginning, I don't like the presentation of this one so much, but I don't know what else to do for it. So if anybody has any like creative snippets or tidbits to get my creative juices flowing for that one, I'd appreciate it. This is so cool. Now, Jimmy, I know that you've been on for my gaming streams, but is this the first time you've come in for a Magic stream, or you've been in here for a Magic stream before? I'm pretty sure, right? Or am I just misremembering? I'm getting old, so my memory's bad. So that's no first time. I have been here. Okay, okay, I gotcha. Cool. All right, so trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request some magic, feel free. You can look at the list and choose the trick, or you can just exclamation point random, which I assume most people, if you're not into magic, you'll probably just want to do exclamation point random, because it's hard to know what tricks are called and what they equate to in the end. So, excellent. This is a wonderful trick. I love this trick. And one of my favorites. I usually like to do this as a closer, but that's okay. That just means I will do one of my other tricks as a closer. Let's see. Oh, Mark Rides has requested one as well. Oh, a specific one. Fantastic Four. Excellent. So we'll do Picasso Aces and then Fantastic Four. Glorious. So if anybody didn't know, Mark Rides was instrumental in me putting my Fantastic Four trick on the list. I had done it just like, and I wasn't sure how much I should promote that being like a trick that I put together, I constructed myself. But I mean, I basically put Fantastic Four together. It uses parts from existing tricks, but like that entire presentation is like my own present, so I'm super proud of it. So I don't know why I wasn't more proud of it before. But thanks for helping me get all that together, Mark Rides, and like putting it on. So I forgot when it was, but I did the trick on stream, and then it was like months, and then Mark Rides came back and then requested it again, like off menu, and I was like, I could do it. And then since then, it's just been on the trick list. So okay, let me see here. All right, excellent. And actually, let me grab the Fantastic Four cards as well. I mean, these are regular playing cards. I mean, but quote unquote regular. But anyway, as I always say, yeah, it doesn't really matter if you know how the tricks are done or not. A lot of magicians aren't like paid by how many people you fool. They're really hired as entertainers. So even if their magic isn't that great, if they made people laugh and people were entertained, I mean, they were worth their weight. So at the end of the day, like I do want to get creative with my magic and like do things that do mystify people. But if you're entertained, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that you watch. And honestly, like I'm also doing this to have fun and to help me keep my magic skills sharp. So the fact that I have this check-in once a week to be like, or at least once a week to be like, yo, you need to do magic for people watching. And then also I've been using stream, and actually thank you, Mark Rides. You've been pretty instrumental in like me just randomly adapting a ton of tricks and just doing things with different stories and stuff. So thank you so much for doing that. Let's see. Okay, here we go. We have Picasso Aces. So, I have the 4 aces here, but I just want to let you know that these 4 aces don't come from this deck. So if I show you, this deck is a blue back deck, but these aces are red backed aces. So here we have Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds, and Ace of Spades. Now, the thing with these 4 aces is that I'm going to place them so that they are separated. And what we're going to do is Let me just lay them out like this. Ace of spades will be up there, so that'll be our leader ace. And I'm going to try and collect all these aces to be in the same place at the end of the trick. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each one of these piles. So let's do it this way, that way, that way, this way. And so now we have a red ace and 3 indifferent blue back cards on each one of these piles. Now what we're going to do is we are going to slowly but surely, magically, swap their places. Okay, so you can see that the ace is right here, and all I have to do to swap, I'm going to go ahead and just grab the ace here invisibly and drop it. Grab one of these blue back cards and place it here. So now if I show you this pile, there's actually only blue back cards in it, and there's actually no cards that have an ace on them because that has jumped up there. So before we knew we had the 1 red backed ace here, but now you'll see that there's 2 red backed aces and 2 indifferent blue backed cards, right? Super strange. Okay, we'll do that again from here. If you take a look, here's our red backed card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just grab it from here. I'll leave it on the table, drop it, pick it up, drop it. So I've just swapped the red back card from here and swapped it with just an indifferent blue back card from there. Pinecone's like, what? Hopefully I got the what intonation correct with the so many A's and the question mark there. But look, if I show you now, there's actually no red back cards here now either, and none of these have an ace on the front. And before it was 2 and 2, right? So now if I show you, there should be 3 and 1. So here's a blue back card, and here are 3 red backed aces. Yo! Pinecone, is this your first time seeing this trick? Because if it is, this is a treat. This is one of my favorite tricks to perform. This is an amazing, wonderful illusion. I love it. So. Yep. All right. Glorious. So now some people believe that perhaps, there were some shenanigans and like there were no aces. And I'm like, no. Here, let me show you. Here, we have a red backed ace. This one happens to be ace of diamonds. This is crazy. Oh, and I love the spelling of crazy. Thank you for spelling it that way, Pinecone. So look, if I show you, there's 4 cards here and there's the red backed ace. You should be able to still see it. Ace right there. Okay. Now here's the thing. You're going to see me do the same thing I've done. I'm going to grab it, I'm going to swap it with the blue back card here and put the blue back card back, because now if I show you, all of these cards are actually blue backed cards, and if I show you their faces, none of them are aces. Hey, I rhyme. Look at that. Is that ridiculous or what? And so let me just show you that we would expect all of the cards here to be red backed, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 red backed cards, and they are all the aces. Ace of diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, ace of hearts. And that, my friend, is Picasso aces. Whew, yeah, one of my favorite tricks. Whew. And yeah, if you can't tell, like I like to use that as a closer because it's like if you haven't seen a bunch of, that's like a wonderful trick. That's okay. I have like 4 or so tricks that I like to do as closers now, so it's all good. I held my eyes open so I didn't blink, and I still couldn't see you swap the cards. I mean, magic. That is mind blowing. Yeah, when I first saw this trick, I'm like, wow, that is so clean. That is so amazing. I want to learn this trick, and then I did. I had to reverse engineer it. So, because when I first saw it, so attributing who created what trick is very difficult to figure out. And if anybody here is a magician and care, I did. So in my trick list, I tried to put the original creator, as to the best of my knowledge, So you have to give me a little slack if something is incorrect. But I put the creator, so it's kind of like putting the artist for a trick. But the thing is, a lot of magicians that create wonderful tricks, most people don't know their names. Like a lot of people have asked me recently, like, "Oh, who's your favorite magician?" Thinking that I would name like some mainstream magician, and I do like a bunch of the mainstream magicians, but a lot of my favorite magicians that created tricks that I do, a lot of people don't know like who they are. So this is to like hopefully focus and let people know these are famous names that if you care, these are people that have done these things. But anyway, thank you so much for the request, Chris M.Ye. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And Pinecone says, I gotta head out, but it's fun stopping by in for a bit. Pinecone, thanks for stopping in. Have a great night. Take care. We'll talk to you later. See you around. Okay, let's see here. No, thank you. No, Chris, thank you. Sorry, no, you. I mean, objection. All right, once again, reminder, if anybody needs to hydrate, now's a good time to hydrate. I finished my tea, so I had to switch over to water because I'm out of tea. Do you have your phone? I have my phone. Why? Or you're talking to somebody else? I was just about to say, okay, Phoenix, right? Objection. Wait. Oh, wait. Objection. Oh, do I need to look this way? Objection. Somebody want to screenshot that for me? Or like clip it? Objection. We need your phone for this trick. Oh, yeah. No, I always have my phone with me because when I'm down here, my daughter is sleeping, and it's the only way for me to check if I happen to see. So I have the baby monitor, and then I have a camera to see how she's doing. Which, speaking of which, let me just make sure she's okay. All right, she's good. She is in her bed, and she didn't roll out. That's basically what I care about. All right. Let's see. Let me get ready for Fantastic Four. So for anybody who doesn't know, if you look around for card tricks called Fantastic Four, you might find variations of this. Fantastic Four, Fantastic Five, Fabulous Four. But the root problem is that they all do the same thing. So the Fantastic Four is usually like the four aces, and they all do the same thing. And I was like, I don't really like that because when somebody says Fantastic Four, I think Marvel-style Fantastic Four. And I wanted like a trick that exemplified, and since I didn't think it existed, I basically created this and put this together. So I was like, okay, this is how we're gonna do this now. So hopefully you guys enjoy if you haven't seen this before, and if you do like it, then I'm happy that you like it, and thanks for requesting it again, Mike Rides. Clipped. Thank you so much, Gibson Lens. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, here we go. I got a stack of cards here, and these cards, this stack is not just going to represent different people, but it's going to represent the spaceship. The spaceship that our Fantastic Four characters go into to go out into outer space. And for anybody who's aware of the origin story of the Fantastic Four, so on board we've got a bunch of scientists. We have Reed Richards, we have Sue Storm, we have Johnny Storm, and we have Ben Grimm, whom we will later find out they will get mysterious powers as the ship travels through some spatial anomaly. And now that they're through the anomaly, they start discovering strange things. So here we have our first card, which is the Two of Clubs. And the Two of Clubs is going to represent Reed Richards. And he's going to be known as Mr. Fantastic. And so Mr. Fantastic, he's going to get the ability to stretch out. Now you may not see or realize or understand how good this ability is until you see it in action. And so what we're going to do is I'm just going to push this so that it's really close to the edge, but then I'm going to start tugging at the other side. And as you can see, I am stretching Mr. Fantastic because his power is to be able to stretch. Look at that. and he can stretch way further than a normal person, or in this case card, can stretch. It is kind of crazy how far he can stretch, and like he can even hold the shape just for a little while. So look, but he can't hold it indefinitely. So it's going to get to the point where he has to snap back together, and so that's Mr. Fantastic, aka Reed Richards. Okay, next we have someone whom is the Invisible Woman, who's going to be represented by the Queen of Hearts. So the Queen of Hearts here won't disappear when I tell her to disappear, because if you understand the sass that comes along with this lady, she will just use her power whenever she wants. So you can still see her here, you can still see her here, but what's going to happen is she'll disappear whenever she wants. And so when she wants, she will disappear right now. And you can see that you can't see her, the Invisible Woman. And if I want to bring the Invisible Woman back, she's stubborn. And so you're not going to be able to see her until she wants to be seen. And so she'll bring herself back when she needs to. Okay, next we have the Eight of Diamonds representing Ben Grimm, also known as The Thing. And I do just want to show you that The Thing is incredibly strong compared to your average Joker. So if I actually show you that this Joker is flimsy, is frail, like any old human would be. If I show you my phone is pretty heavy. This Joker can't hold it at all. And but if we just go ahead and give Ben Grimm the phone, hey, say, Ben Grimm, hold the phone. He can hold the phone, no problem, no questions asked. He's like, yo, this phone is very light. He can even bounce up and down with it, like. And so that is Ben Grimm, the Thing, showing off his newfound strength that he got, but at the sacrifice of his beauty. And then, of course, at the end we have Johnny Storm, which is Sue Storm's brother, and he's going to be represented by the Seven of Spades. Now, if he's represented by the Seven of Spades, if you guys know what he does, he could light himself on fire. So all he has to do is say, flame on! And he lights himself bright red. And when he does that, he's on fire. So he's got to, this is going to sound hilarious. He's going to have to blow himself out. That sounds so bad. But anyway, yeah, the flames have to go out at some point. And so he's going to end up becoming a smoky version of himself when he blows the flames out. If you take a look, it is just a smoky version of the Seven of Spades. So yeah, now at the end of the day, they realize, hey, we have all of these powers, and what are they going to do? So they return back to Earth, and they're like, hey, let's try and use these powers for good. And they decide to call themselves the Fantastic Four. And that, my friends, is my Fantastic Four trick. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Once again, Mark Rides, thanks for requesting that. I know it's a long one, and it's mostly story, but there's some magic tidbits in there. And I honestly, I'm so proud of the creative stuff that I put in there, regardless of how relatively little magic there is, but doesn't matter. So love the trick. So anyway, thank you so much for the claps and the emotes. Gibson Lens, Obi-Wan, Charlie's Beats, and the thank you, Mark Rides. Oh my God, Mark Rides. Charlie's Beats got the 4. He's got the 3 4s. So that's the Flame On. That's Force Field for Invisible Woman and Flame On. Okay. So we're just missing Reed Richards and the Thing. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. It's 12:30-ish. I do have to do a record. Where are those emotes? Oh, let's see. The Fan 23 F4 force field. The Fan 23. Okay, so it's whatever the. Oh, the Fantastic Girl, GRL. Okay, so I gotta put this away. So the one thing about this trick is like I have to remember what order to put things back in because it is kind of important. So let me just quickly clean this up, everybody. Boom, boom. Okay, okay. Yep, this is the right way. Then this one goes boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. And put it back for next time in the correct order. Okay, and I see a request from Charlie's Beats, Trading Kings. All right. For this trick, I'll need 2 volunteers. So if we can get 2 people, you're gonna just have to choose a suit out of the 4 suits of cards. So it's not too intensive. So if anybody wants a volunteer, let me know. And if not, Charlie, if you're still there, we can. We'll get you if we don't get any other volunteers. Alright, so I'm going to think about ending soon. So I'm going to do last call. If anybody would like to request more magic, feel free. And of course, if we don't get any, I will do a finale. And if I mess up during the finale, I'm going to do another finale. So that's how it goes. Okay. All right. And then I can... Let me open up a Twitch window. I'm not going to find somebody to raid yet because I know it always bites me that, you know, they're going to raid out. Although it's been shown that I am a fast raider, so if I see and I want to raid, I can raid pretty quick. Okay, alright, awesome. Okay, let's do Trading Kings. Okay, I have 2 piles of 4 cards each. To no one's surprise, they are kings. But let me just show you. These are all red backed, and these are all blue backed. So, so at this point, I will need 2 suits selected, and I need them to be different. So in order to isolate that, we'll have 1 black suit and 1 red suit. So from the black suits, you can select spades or clubs. From the red suit, you can select either hearts or diamonds. And let me see. I just wanted to check on something. Should we need some randomization? Okay, I do have a D4 that we can roll. So, but anyway, I'm gonna take a swig. If anybody else wants to hydrate, now's a good time. Okay, Mark Rides has selected the black suit, clovers, also known as clubs. And then Charlie's Beats has selected hearts, which is red. So what we're going to do is just snap our fingers over each pile. So technically I saw clovers first. So what we're going to do is turn over the clubs first. So here we go. One finger. One finger. If you can't tell, that's a king of clubs. And then for hearts, this one finger, same finger. King of hearts. I know, super strange, right? But wait, there's more. If anybody was ever exposed to 90s infomercials, Ron Popeil's. But wait, there's more. So not only did I flip them face up, no sock needed. No sock needed here. I mean, we can have the sock come up for a cameo, Yo, Sock, you want a cameo? Yeah. Okay, great. All right. Oh wait, there's more. Wait, okay. Hold on. The Sock is consulting with me. Hey, Sock, what's going on? What do you want to do with this trick? Oh, okay, excellent. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Okay, great. Excellent. Those of you who have seen this trick before, that's okay. But those of you who have not seen this trick before, Sock has done something amazing. Not only did we flip these over, but actually the Sock says these have been flipped. So, like, would you believe that this King of Clubs is actually the blue-backed one, and this King of Hearts is the red-backed one? If you don't, let me just show you. Because look, that's super weird, right? Super weird. Now, the Sock tells me there's a finale. And let me also show you that the Sock has shown its almighty power over me. So, I told you that they were all kings, but the Sock has done something magical. The Sock has taken away every other king, and therefore the Sock knew exactly which kings were going to be selected, and it has been swapped. Because if I flip these over, the Sock says these will all be empty. Oh, they're all empty. They're all blank. They are all blank. They're all blank. What? Thank you so much, Sock, for that wonderful finish. And there's nothing worse than not finishing. All right. Thank you so much for that request, Charlie's Beats. Chris M. says, "Excuse me?" You're excused. I'll excuse you. I mean, you heard right, so whatever you think you heard, you did hear that. Kisogo, welcome in. How's it going? Magic! uh Kiso, what's going on? By the by, if you're not following our friend Kisogo Plays, definitely give Kisogo Plays a follow. So I originally found Kisogo as a productivity streamer, but plays games, great time to hang out. His place is the bar, so you get to hang out at the bar. And it's a really good informal time there, my personal opinion, but good time. So, also, I think Kisogo is going to be at TwitchCon, so I'll hopefully meet up. Kizo, hopefully we meet up. Let's plan something. Delicious. Yes, no one wants a DNF. They would rather have the longest time than... Yes. All right. It's incredible I met you two in separate places. It's a small world. I mean, I found that like certain places in Twitch are like interesting pockets of people where it's like they'll encircle. But yeah, I guess if you're finding like a completely separate circle. So I used to just hang around. So pre 2022, I used to only hang around gaming marathon streams. So it was very specific that I would only come to watch like games done quick, ESA speed runs, and then also I used it to watch PAX when it was broadcast on Twitch. Then come 2022, I ended up hanging out with Twitch musicians and getting into communities for the first time and stuff. And then you would think that once you're in like Twitch music, it was kind of tough for me to like watch other things. And then after I've been around like the Twitch musicians for a bit, I started finding some other things to watch, and now I'm just like branching into all sorts of things. So yeah, that's my Twitch story, guys. I mean, it wasn't really that long because it was 2022. So, but actually, it's kind of incredible to think I started hanging out with Twitch communities in 2022. I started streaming like midway through 2022, and now in 2023, I've been an affiliate for a year, and I'm going to be performing at TwitchCon, and so that part is a little insane to me. So it's still kind of so surreal. I'm like, I'm not that big. I've not been streaming that long. Yet I proposed something that TwitchCon content team was like, yes, we want you at TwitchCon. And I was like, sweet. That's so cool. So, let's see here. Okay, cool. Kiso, did you want to request any tricks or not? Because I was approaching the end of stream. I was probably going to close the queue and then do a finale. But if you wanted to request something, let me know. What do you mean? Wait, what? What do you mean, wait, what? Are you doing a thing at Twitch? Did you not know? Okay, hold on. Yo, for anybody who doesn't know, definitely for Kiso, I'm going to be putting on a interactive workshop at TwitchCon with my mods, Gibson Lens and the Rusty Panda, and we're going to be talking about Magic Twitch. So we're going to be talking about the Magic Twitch community, and then I'm going to be teaching some magic tricks. So if you want to perform some magic on your streams, the hope is that one day we get more people streaming magic on Twitch. So that's the end goal. Holy F, I'm so happy for you, and I hate you so much. Why do you hate me? All right. So yeah. Anyway, that is the So if you're not want to come and hang out and see the workshop, it's going to be happening on the Friday of TwitchCon at 5 p.m. Pacific. So yeah, if you just search for like magic on the schedule, I think it's like one of 3 things, and it's the one that's not video games or Magic the Gathering. So, hey, welcome in, Saki. How's it going? Yeah, shout out Saki. Saki is a singer, and definitely give Saki a follow. Also, going to be at TwitchCon, so we can all meet up. See you at TwitchCon. Yeah. All right. Sweet. Yeah, so long story short, if people have not been seeing me in other people's streams, I have actually been on Twitch as a viewer less because I'm streaming more, and I was doing a bunch of stuff related to preparing for TwitchCon because we had to work with the Twitch content team. But yeah, things are official. We're on the schedule. Those of us who are hosts, we got a chance to get our free passes. So as being hosts for the workshop, we get badges. I was like, oh, sweet. So, yeah. All right. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let me put in. I think I'm gonna do Dazed as my closer. So unless anybody has a quick request for something before I close the queue after I do. So this is a good time for me to do my normal announcements. So yeah, once again, all the hype. We are going to be at TwitchCon, so come hang out with us. I want to get selfies with everybody, so just don't be surprised. I may also have you sign a card, and I'll do a card trick for you. Let's see, what else? Thank you so much to everybody who has come and hang out with the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for just watching the stream. Thank you so much for interacting if you interacted. So anybody who chatted, who clicked on the heat map, who requested a trick, who gave us a number, who chose a suit, thank you for all those things. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much to all the lurkers out there, because if I was just fiddling with cards, there's no magic happening. Like, I know how these tricks work. So all the magic happens in your minds. Thank you so much for all the new follows and all the support today. We got a bunch of followers, and also thank you so much for the raid today, Meow2. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for all the resubs and the prime subs. Checking the Gaff Meter, Chris M. Yee, Chroma Punk, Eolus, and let's see. Also, let's thank our illustrious mods. So we had the Rusty Panda come in earlier today. The Rusty Panda is traveling. So long story short, the Rusty Panda was taking care of some family that just had premature baby, or baby. I think they were twins, so babies. But maybe that was sharing too much. But anyway, yeah. So the Rusty Panda has been busy. Otherwise, also thank our mod who is Gibson Lens. If you're not following Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Plays piano. We also talk about a bunch of like games as well on Gibson Lens's stream. But yeah, VGM, popular music, Disney music, The Phantom of the Opera, and also has composed a lot of his own originals. So it's a good time. Let's see. Other than that, yeah, if you want to see more magic or if you want to watch my gaming streams, I'm playing through Sea of Stars, so you can see all my VODs are up on Twitch until they fall off. After they fall off, you'll be able to catch them on my YouTube channel, which I've been slowly publishing over there. So feel free, if you want to see other magic tricks, I have tons of magic tricks on my channel on YouTube, so feel free to check those out as well. And then reminder for anybody who just missed the memo after all that hype, we're going to be at TwitchCon. Come watch our interactive workshop and hang out with us. And I think that is it. Let me know if I'm missing anything. But I think that's it. All right, cool. So let's turn off the queue, and I'll perform this trick, and then we'll find somebody to raid. Oh no, where did I just put all those cards for this trick? Okay. The problem with having 50 bajillion cards everywhere is you gotta stay organized, otherwise you're gonna mix up stuff and you're gonna mess up. Which, full disclosure, if anybody's been watching the stream for this long, I have messed up on stream before. And most of the time I feel like it's okay to leave in, but I've edited a few things out for the YouTube. So yeah, if you know I messed up somewhere, you got to see it on Twitch. Otherwise, you won't ever be able to see that again once it gets to YouTube, because I edit those out. But most of the time when I don't mess up, it's the whole thing. So okay, yeah, I think Charlie's Beats was present. So one of the things, and Charlie, was this the reason why you requested the Ultimate 3-card Monty earlier? Because I had messed up Ultimate 3-card Monty in an earlier stream. I forgot, was it like a month ago, 6 weeks ago or something? But I basically revealed the secrets of magic for that trick, and it's like, oh no. So it became a boss trick. I did redeem myself, I think, the week after, but like, it was brutal, because that's not one of the ones you want to reveal. But so it's all good. I don't remember that. Oh, perfect. So you might have been in chat, but then maybe not like looking at it. Was literally like I try and recover or like clean it up right away, and even if I make a big deal about it, you can't see anything. So it's literally like maybe a second or two in like a 2.5 hour stream. So I just feel like the sheer statistics, people have to be super dedicated to see the secret of magic. Okay, so let's see here. All right, I know which one it is, but I'm not going to let people know, because then you'll just look up that one. Okay, and this, my friends, is one of my other favorite tricks to close with. So earlier we did Picasso Aces, which is one of my favorite closers, but this is one of my other favorite closers. So we'll go ahead and perform this. Okay, so I have a packet of cards here, and so we've got a 6 of diamonds and a Queen of Clubs, and then we've got 4 other cards. But you'll see that the backs look normal here, but if I show you the other side, there's also more backs. So this is a little bit weird, because there shouldn't be double backed cards, except for this one. This one's a little bit extra weird, because this one's just blank. Let me just take that out for a second. So here, if I have double backed cards, these double backed cards have a very strange property. And the property is they will reflect kind of what is here. So if I go ahead and I hold this over the 6, actually not only does it reflect, but actually all of the cards in the pile will change into 6 of diamonds. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. Now once again, if I take this packet and I just hover it over this right here, the Queen of Clubs, some people who perform this trick say, hey, look, the Queen of Clubs has jumped up to the top. But actually, we know what happens. Actually, all of the cards in the pack have turned into Queen of clubs. I know, super strange, right? That's super weird. That shouldn't happen. And then now we have this really strange card. And as you still see, there's still things on this. But if I do something strange like this, like flip it face over, and you'll see like until the very last second, that queen is not going to be there once this touches face up. Because if I show you, all of these cards are blank. Is that weird? That's super strange, right? Now at this point, some people are like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to see the backs. And I say, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 backs. And that, my friends, is dazed. Oh yeah, I forgot my usual disclaimer. I don't do black magic, sorcery, or any sort of... I didn't sign any deals with the devil. This is all sleight of hand magic. So, and hopefully a good presentation. That's, Alright. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thank you so much for stopping in. I always appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out, and you guys making this fun for me. So hopefully I've entertained you. You guys have had a great time. So, I think back like 2 years ago, and I think like, hey, streaming seems like a lot of work. And, because I've done YouTube for a long time, and it's like, and I think now, and it's like, there were portions of like last year where I was like, oh, streaming is going to be a little bit of work. And now I look forward to streaming like all the time. So it's like I don't have enough hours in my day to stream as much as I want to stream. So it's just like, okay, I'll stream what I can when I can. So yeah, both elements have positives. Yeah, for sure. Like, you have to balance to kind of keep your mental sanity and life and everything and all your other responsibilities. And, so that's why I'm not on like in Twitch as much, hanging out. I would love to hang out with everybody, but I just can't. So, but at the end of the day, I have this opportunity. I'm at this point in my life where this makes sense. I'm gonna do it until it no longer makes sense, and then maybe I'll. If I have to, I was thinking worst case scenario, if I ever have to drop down to like just a lesser schedule, instead of once a week, once a month, but God forbid, so I plan on doing this for a while. So we'll see. As long as I'm still having fun, we're going to do it. All right, guys, thank you so much. Charlie's Beats, thank you for the claps. Gibson Lens, thank you for the love. Kusam Yi, thank you for the sentiments. And, all right, we'll call that a stream. So, with that, let's find somebody to raid. For those of you who aren't normally here, I normally just like to raid out to a Twitch friend, most of which are musicians on Twitch. So occasionally I've raided out to others, but for the most part, that is the usual. So, okay, I've got a few candidates that I haven't raided in a long time. Let me just quickly check how long it has been. Let me see here. Okay. Alright, so this one's been since June. Okay. Remember June, guys, for one. And then this one's been July. Okay. So I guess we go with June. Alright, cool. Alright. Oh, actually, let me also check, open up the stream, make sure they're not raiding out, because that would be silly. You're probably wondering how quickly... Oh, sorry if you hear an ad. I have a spreadsheet. That's just how I keep track of everything. Alright, so we're going to be raiding... Oh no, I don't know. Hold on, I have to get into... I'm still in the ad right now, so... Oh, thank you for the raid calls. Mark Rides and Gibson Lens. Greatly appreciate it. Once I confirm that this is going to be a raid target and that they're not leaving. Otherwise, I'll go to my backup.
Have a good... Yep. Thank you for alert.
Okay, doesn't look like they're raiding out. And if you heard that voice, you may recognize. So we're going to be raiding 7 Senshi. Um, if you're not familiar, 7 Senshi is a flautist and plays flute along with all of your anime favorites, as well as VGM and a handful of other things. So if you guys haven't given her a follow, please give her a follow once we hit the raid over there. But anyway, once again, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I love you all. I don't know what else I can say. Um, take care of yourselves. Sleep well. Get some rest. Eat some good food. Remember to hydrate and stretch. I don't think I did a stretch check today, so everybody stretch today. Oh crap! And let me copy a raid call because I've always forgotten. I always forget. I'm like panicking. I was like, oh no! And I have to rely on like Gibson lens because usually Gibson is really fast with the raid, so I copy that raid call. But I got it right now. So, all right, everybody, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
I kind of want to do streams. Oh, crazy! Thank you for the raid.
Crazy underscore hasn't raided my
Local
stream with
raiders.
16
I'm
views.
7 Senshi. I play